Hear that? Big rocks.
I've heard that before when I've been camping in the vicinity while it was raining. They're like, oh God!
I think that was already there, that cut. But knocked all these branches up and over, flooded this whole area. We're just on our way to go to...
Chelsea Maxine is traveling alone, adapting to life after a major personal change. After placing everything she owned into storage, she opted to try living out of a vehicle, an increasingly popular choice among van lifers and car campers. In this video, Chelsea describes her very first night sleeping inside her car. What began as an optimistic step towards self-reliance quickly turned into a deeply unnerving ordeal. Following the loss of her home, Chelsea put her possessions into storage and headed out with her dog and her cat to experiment with life on the road. She planned for this initial trip to be brief, a confidence-building test run.
Guys, I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I'm really hoping this Walgreens is open. It looks like it. And what do I need? What do I need? I need to take my wallet just in case they want me to buy something to use the restroom, which hopefully they don't, because I cannot hold it enough. Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta go. I'm trying to put the dollar bills in my wallet and they won't go in. Oh, I need my keys too. That's what I need. Oh, I needed my mask. Oh my gosh, I need too many things. Where's my mask? It's right here. Oh my gosh, I've had to go. You guys, I'm not kidding. I've had to go for like the last hour.
During a late-night stop at a Walgreens to use the restroom and pick up supplies, snacks, and bottled water, Chelsea began to sense that something was off. Back in her vehicle, she drove along an otherwise empty street decorated for Halloween. A single decoration, a ghost-like figure dangling from a tree, startled her, briefly setting an anxious tone for the night ahead.
So at this point in the trip, I got really tired. I researched the different places that I could park at and spend the night. I ended up choosing this particular parking lot because it was deemed very safe. So at least most people said parking lots at this business were safe. It didn't mean that this particular one was safe. So I was still a little iffy about it because I wasn't sure. But I was so exhausted, I needed to pull over and sleep somewhere. So as soon as I did, that's when I seen this truck pull in. And if you watched the last episode, you know that there was somebody following me and it got really scary and sketchy. And is this the same person? I don't know, but it really seemed like it, and it seemed pretty sketch.
And making her feel unsettled. Soon after, she pulled into a parking lot that had been recommended online as a safe overnight spot for vehicle dwellers. Though uneasy exhaustion led her to rely on the positive reviews. Not long after she settled in, she noticed a truck enter the same lot, one she suspected had been tailing her earlier.
Oh, please don't be a truck. Is that a truck? It is a freaking truck. Oh my god. I kept noticing this truck following me, and it followed me all the way on. Oh jeez, please. I was scared. Still, it's like chilling. What is it doing? And why would it come down here like... Unless it's going to McDonald's. No, it's not. What the heck? I hate this. I hate this. I literally thought where I was at was going to be a safe place to just sleep because they allow RV people and van life people to sleep here. We're gonna have to see if he comes back. I was gonna get into the back of my vehicle, but I'm just gonna wait it out because I don't like this. I noticed a truck was still following me.
The truck didn't merely pass through. It circled the lot repeatedly, coming back around more than once. The ongoing presence immediately triggered alarms. Her anxiety rose as the truck rolled by slowly, its headlights sweeping into her car. The driver never came over, but the continual circling felt intentional and menacing.
Fine. Wait, is that the truck again? Seriously, I am so frustrated. Alright, I'm gonna put my chair. Oh, I can't put it back. Fuck. I was completely fine with this until it looks like the truck turned around and is coming back through the light. I don't know. I guess I should check this way too. It is a truck coming right on down this way again.
Chelsea thought about moving to the back of her vehicle to sleep, but ultimately remained in the driver's seat, tucked into the darkness, unsure of what the truck might do next. After a while, and several more passes by the suspicious vehicle, she chose to leave and search for another place to stay for the night, somewhere more remote, even if it had no online endorsements.
I'm so tired. I don't think I'm gonna live stream because then I'd have to turn on a light. And I don't have any curtains in here yet. So if I shine my light around, people are gonna know that someone's in here. And I don't want that. But also if they look in here, they can see me. So that's a little freaky, but I'm trying not to be freaked out. I mean, people did say to tape up trash bags. Maybe I should do that. Do I have any? I think I do. That would honestly be a way better situation to do that. And then I could actually live stream. Maybe I will do that. Because I just don't like that people can actually look in here. I don't like that at all. I need to muster up the energy to get up. Just do it. Because my safety is more important than me sleeping right now. But time to get up and duct tape some trash bags onto the windows. This is what it looked like when I finished taping the trash bags up. Looks pretty, not great. So
At the second spot, although the setting felt marginally safer, at first it introduced new problems. There were no street lamps, and the lack of window coverings left her exposed. To fix that, Chelsea affixed black trash bags to the windows with duct tape. It wasn't perfect, but it created enough visual privacy to ease her nerves. Finally, the strain gave way to fatigue. She fell asleep behind the improvised window coverings, coming to terms with the reality that vehicle living brings both freedom and ongoing alertness. This episode underscores a sobering truth about solo travel, especially for women, the narrow line between autonomy and vulnerability. Whether the truck was a coincidence or something more troubling is unknown. But the mental burden of feeling observed or followed is tangible, particularly when trying to sleep in unfamiliar places. Uploaded on March 7th, 2022, this video from the Tyler Wood Camping channel began as a straightforward overnight truck camping trip in the countryside of Iowa. Tyler and his friend Marvin had planned a quiet stay at Yellowbank's campground, with Tyler sleeping in the back of his modified truck and Marvin setting up in a hot tent nearby. The plan was modest: try out new equipment, cook a homemade meal, and enjoy a calm evening under the open sky. But what started as a peaceful night outdoors would soon spiral into a real survival challenge, brought on not by mystery, but by raw, unforgiving weather.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am out here at the beautiful campgrounds known as Yellowbanks. I come here quite a bit actually. I did some few modifications to the truck, as you guys are gonna see. Everything's still not complete. I learned on going on each adventure that I'm going to keep adjusting the sleeping quarters that's going to work best for me. So I did do a little bit of modification. Here's kind of the outside view of it. It was storming, raining pretty bad. It said it was going to rain all night, but I don't think it's going to. But hey, bonus if it does. And here we go. We got the back. As you can see, I did add some carpet. I don't think that light setup's gonna actually work, so I still might have to find out, try to get some different lights. But I did add carpet to the top. It's not all complete yet. Like that corner's not complete. Nothing down on the window. But yeah, so I did add the carpet on top and on the bottom. If you guys are curious how I did that, because I got a quote. It was like $900 to add carpet to the topper and to the bed of the truck, and I did it for 40 bucks. He's gonna have his little setup over here, and I'll be sleeping out the back of my truck. Tonight's meal, we're gonna make SOS, or I don't know if this is the correct term, but my grandma would always call it shit on a shingle. So we're gonna make shit on a shingle, SOS, chip beef, some people call it. We're gonna make that tonight, and then in the morning we're gonna make some scrambled eggs and bacon burritos. And of course, all that wouldn't be complete without some of the Fowler's Makery Mischief spicy chipotle sauce. And we do have that bottle, that $700 bottle of the Macallan 18. It's a 18-year-old Scotch whiskey. We're gonna go ahead and bust that out because I forgot, as part of the last video where I paid off the Jeep, we were gonna celebrate. I didn't even get around to it. So we're gonna be taking a few shots of that tonight. Now, if you use a little bit.
As the video begins, Tyler highlights the upgrades he made to his truck's interior carpeting, lighting arrangements, and organized storage, all completed DIY to avoid the cost of professional work. Dinner was next, with plans to prepare a hearty, nostalgic dish paired with a bottle of fine Scotch whiskey as a small celebration. But subtle changes in the sky signaled the beginning of something threatening.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. Our phones are going off saying that we're in a tornado warning right now. Yes, sir. If you're not from the Midwest, you wouldn't understand, but we love tornadoes. We don't get scared. We don't run away. We go out and we chase them. We show them who's the boss. This is our turf. It's our block, right? So yeah, throw them up.
It's our hood.
It's our hood, right? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but tornado sirens are going off now, which is surprising. You know, it's not really surprising this time of year. I mean, the other day it was like 65 degrees out. Day before that it was like 20 degrees. So weather fluctuating like that, hot, cold, perfect brewing temps for a tornado. So, but then again, don't listen to me. I'm not no meteorologist or whatever the hell they're called. I'm just a guy who enjoys the outdoors. All right, so most of this video is probably going to be hard to hear me because we got one of the tornado sirens right over here. It's really loud, so I figured we probably should start making dinner now in case something were to happen. So yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me during this part. This was not planned, by the way, but makes for good content. I mean, kind of put you on the edge of your seat. We're not too worried. We got a couple fields back here, the main road through there. We'll find our way out if we get in center of a situation where we have to leave in a hurry. So everything's kind of still put up on my truck, and so if we do have to hurry up and throw stuff in the back and then take off in case if a tornado does come, we are ready.
Clouds thickened. The air cooled. Within minutes, phones buzzed with tornado alerts, and the first sirens echoed above the sound of the wind. Despite the warnings, Tyler and Marvin continued with their plans. In the Midwest, tornado sirens are not unusual. Many times they pass with little more than rain and heavy gusts. Still, they took precautions. Food was cooked quickly. Gear was loosely packed in case they had to evacuate, and they stayed alert.
All right, we might have to abandon. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, it's coming. Gotta leave the food behind. Come on, let's go.
South of Highway G24 and R57, very specific location.
Ooh, crazy.
Here in Norwalk, that is part of the apparent tornado path. So again, starting to talk about damage in,
oh man, his shelter's gone.
In Norwalk, several houses. We haven't gotten a sense of what that damage is yet. But one is going to start wondering if we're going to start seeing windows blown out.
Well, we just lost dinner. I was gonna make SOS for you guys, but yeah, this is crazy.
The National Weather Service in Des Moines has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Lucas County.
That's right where we're at right now. We're in Des Moines.
Eastern Decatur County in south central Iowa. Southeastern Clark County in south central Iowa until 6 p.m. At 5:22 p.m., a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Expected hazards included a damaging tornado. Tornadic debris has been confirmed by radar. The following impacts are expected. You are in a life-threatening situation.
That's crazy. Now we gotta try to salvage what's left of camp. Dinner tonight is no longer gonna be SOS. As you guys saw me making it, I mean, yeah, it got a little dark out, but all of a sudden that storm just came out of nowhere. I mean, those winds had to be, I don't even know, 50, 60 mile an hour winds. Super crazy. Everything's lost. As you can see, the whole campsite's just gone. We gotta start trying to find out exactly where everything is. There's 3 tornadoes on the ground. I mean, this is wild. There's our dinner sitting right there. We gotta pick up all this trash that we had accumulated in our campground. Storm or no storm, you know, pick up after yourself.
Then the storm struck faster and stronger than expected. Winds accelerated, bending trees and cutting visibility. Weather updates now confirmed several tornadoes nearby. The mood shifted instantly from relaxed to urgent. Within seconds, their campsite fell apart. Marvin's tent ripped to pieces. Tyler's cooking gear was scattered across the ground. Branches cracked and small structures collapsed. The storm, now producing gusts over 60 miles per hour, tore directly through the campground.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta start trying to find everything, so. All right, love you, be safe.
I do too, always.
Bye.
Bye.
Had to give a quick update to the wife, let her know we just kind of survived a tornado. This is wild. Whole campsite's gone, man. I mean, I can replace this, not, you know, the end of the world. I'm not gonna put anyone in safety at first. But siren just going back off again. Like I said, there's 3 confirmed tornadoes on the ground. And to be honest, as crazy as that was, I still don't want to leave. I want to stay in and hunker it down. This one's for you, Steve. This thing's melted down. I was going to show you guys earlier too. This is the hail that was coming down as well. It was a little bit bigger than this, not by much, maybe like half the size of a golf ball, but yeah, crazy.
As they scrambled to gather their belongings, additional alerts arrived. The tornado was confirmed on the ground, moving toward their location. With little time remaining, they dropped dinner and rushed to escape.
All right, so he's heading out, not to abandon camping tonight, but yeah, so here's what the tornado did. I think that was already there, that cut. It knocked all these branches up and over, flooded this whole area. We're just on our way to go up to Burger King, go get some food since our dinner is out, spread all across the woods. And we got, I mean, look at this. Damage everywhere. Oh my gosh, look at that. The whole base of that tree came down from top of that. Yeah. Oh, and it blew the gate and hit his truck too.
Pretty good, man.
Tree landed right on this house.
Oh, look at that house.
Oh, no way.
Oh, perfect, love.
Here, let me get this on video. I'll call you back.
Oh my gosh. This whole house is gone, guys. Whole house is gone. Crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go back and show you guys everything that happened, but there's a couple trucks flipped over on the side of the road over there.
Although the footage shows no paranormal activity or unexplained events, it provides a rare and unfiltered look at what it's like to be caught in nature's fury with almost no warning. What started as a test of comfort and setup quickly became a test of instincts and survival. For truck campers and van life enthusiasts, it serves as a reminder that no matter how prepared you are, nature always has the final word. Even calm campgrounds can turn hazardous in minutes. If the tornado had reached them just a few minutes earlier, would they have escaped? Did their campsite choice unknowingly place them directly in the storm's path? What do you think? Have you ever faced a sudden shift in weather that turned dangerous? The video begins with a solo camper heading into a quiet woodland in the UK for a 24-hour challenge. His objective is straightforward, yet demanding survive with minimal supplies, depending on a discreet shelter and the chance of catching his own meal.
Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me back in the woods once again. We're going to be staying in a low profile shelter in the middle of the woods for 24 hours, hunting my own dinner hopefully. I am going to have to be a bit careful with these cartridges though today. I've only brought 4 out with me, so my shooting really will depend on whether I go hungry or not tonight. Sometimes it is nice just come out with minimal gear. It makes things a little less stressful, I believe. Right, so that's one in the bag, and to be honest with you, if it is just the one that I get, I'm very grateful, and I'm very grateful to the animal. It's the hard bit over. Process it now, and I shall put it with my noodles. So we're going to have a pigeon chow mein.
He carries only 4 shotgun shells, meaning his dinner relies entirely on precision. Early on, he successfully downs a pigeon. Thankful for the catch, he sets about cleaning and preparing it, planning to cook the bird with instant noodles over a fire later that night. But this trip isn't only about bushcraft or minimalist camping. What drew him here was something unusual he had seen earlier that day.
So now the water's on the boil, I can have 5 minutes chat. The creature that I caught on my mobile phone whilst out walking with the family, obviously it is an animal of some description. It's big and it is a dark colour. Obviously it was a complete disaster this morning trying to drone footage it. The drone got crashed and lost for a little while. But yeah, I mean, the size of it, the way it moved in that slight, it was very, very jiggly, the footage, because it was so far away. All I had was mobile. I was trying to zoom in and the sunlight was reflecting onto my phone. I couldn't see a lot, so it was up and down. But what I did get, I am grateful for, because had I not got any sort of footage of it, no one would have ever probably believed that I see it. But the kids made a little bit of noise, and eventually it left. It went through the other side of the field. But that's why I'm camping here tonight. We're a stone's throw from that field. This is a place I camp regular. So yeah, I've strategically already put out a couple of trail cams. So hopefully they may bring something. Obviously trail cams have brought some funny things up in the woodlands that I've caught on many trail camera down in the big forest before. But yeah.
While walking with his family near a field close to his usual camping spot, he noticed a large, dark figure moving at a distance. He managed to record a short clip on his phone, shaky and washed out by sunlight, yet enough to reveal something moving across the field that didn't look like a fox or domestic dog. The creature's movement was smooth, steady, and quick. It vanished into the tree line after his kids made noise. Even though the footage was unclear, it left a deep impression. That was why he chose to camp nearby. He set up trail cameras around the area, hoping to capture stronger evidence of what he had witnessed.
Just before it does get too dark, I want to get myself into position with the night vision goggles in that field where we captured that creature on camera. See what's going on during the night. But I'm going to have to turn this camera off and the light off before I get there, otherwise obviously I'm going to give myself away. I definitely don't think it was a fox, and there's definitely no dog. It should be over in that area, poaching or not poaching. It didn't look like a dog to me. There should be no dogs over here whatsoever. For the size and length of that animal, it definitely wasn't a fox, not in my opinion. So I'm just on my way back into camp now. There's nothing about, obviously, as we thought. You don't get lucky twice, do you? So I'm going to go back and enjoy the rest of my campfire and my evening up here. The wind is still pretty high, but yeah, we'll just hope that the rain holds off. We're not due any, but like I say, we're in the UK and you can never guarantee the weather. So see you in a minute back at camp.
As night came, he prepared to head back toward the field using night vision goggles and keeping his light off to stay unnoticed. Despite carefully scanning the field, he found nothing. No glowing eyes, no signs of movement. The land was still windswept and empty. Eventually, he returned to camp, accepting that encounters like this rarely happen twice in one night. Back by the fire, he thought about the sighting. It hadn't resembled any known animal, certainly not a fox, and no dogs were expected in that location. Still, he made no bold claims. He simply acknowledged the strangeness and left it there. Though the video is far from conclusive, it matches a pattern familiar to those aware of reports of large black cats in the UK, often called British big cats. Typically described as panther-like, or similar to pumas, these creatures have been reported by farmers, hikers, and hunters for decades. Sightings tend to include the same details: big, dark, fast-moving figures seen in remote countryside, often disappearing before anyone can get a clear look. Some suggest they are escaped exotic pets turned feral, while others believe they are misidentified native animals or remnants of old, forgotten populations. This newest account may not serve as solid proof, but it adds another thread to a long-standing mystery. Was it truly an unknown predator moving through the countryside, or just mistaken identity in fading light? Have you, or someone you know, ever witnessed something like this in the wild? Share your thoughts below. You never know who else might have seen the same thing. This next entry comes from an obscure YouTube channel called Captain Oho, a mysterious account with just a single video posted. Yet that lone upload has managed to become one of the most disturbing solo camping experiences ever caught on film. The video was recorded on August 31st, 2023 during a solo trip to Lost Lake in Oregon. At the time, a large wildfire was raging just 12 miles away to the west. Although hesitant because of the dangerous conditions, the uploader decided to continue with his plan, saying it had been arranged for more than a year. The objective was simple: hike into the wilderness, set up camp beside the lake, and enjoy a bit of fishing. At first, things seemed fairly normal. The air quality wasn't ideal, but it was still manageable. Encouraged by the conditions, he started hiking toward the lake. Several hours later, the wind shifted direction. Suddenly, thick smoke from the wildfire swept across the landscape, covering the area in a dense, suffocating haze. By the time he reached Lost Lake, visibility had dropped severely. The normally calm and beautiful scene now appeared grim and apocalyptic.
So this is a trip. We're in Lost Lake, Oregon. We're out here with the ultralight, and you can't see 150 feet out there on the lake. This is all wildfire up here right now. We're out here trying to catch trout, but look at that. We came up and boom, we drove right into this mess. So we're gonna try to catch us some trout. Try to go from there. It really is the end of the world. Just over here, look at that clearing out. Unbelievable. You can see this combination of smoke and moisture, but it is unreal up here. Some apocalyptic conditions. This is the most photographed lake in Oregon, maybe in the United States, and it is absolutely gorgeous out here. When it is not the end of the world, so just unreal. I'm sure it's going to be something that you can light on. Wildfire, yeah. Let's go get cigarettes.
Heavy smoke hovered above the water, and breathing grew increasingly difficult. Despite the unsettling conditions, he attempted to fish. It didn't take long to realize it wasn't worth the risk. He quickly abandoned his plans and retreated into the woods, where the smoke felt slightly less overwhelming. That was when things took an unexpected turn.
Fun fact, a year ago I came out here with my wife, and she was about to pop pregnant, and we had to stop probably a quarter of the mile back. And I'd say this is our time to head back too, because whatever large creature is back there, it's big. Let's take a look. Shh. Probably fucking Sasquatch at this point.
In the distance, he saw something large moving through the trees. At first, he thought it was a deer, or possibly a bear displaced by the wildfire. But the longer he observed, the less sense it made. The figure didn't move like any ordinary animal, and then it began to throw objects.
This is Sasquatch country. Oh my god. Wonderful poles and rock. We are back. Hear that? The one thing that is consistently reported with Sasquatch, rock throwing. Hear that? big rocks. Those are big rocks, dude. Dude, they're lobbing rocks at me. Big fucking rocks. Hear that shit? It's hitting me free. We're in Sasquatch country. This is not fucking fake either, bro. They're big rocks being thrown at us right now. Huge, dude. Holy Woo! Let's move, man. Ooh, let's keep it too close, bro. We gotta keep it moving. We gotta keep it moving, baby. I do not want to die out here. Chunky rocks, dude. Dude, those are huge rocks. Huge. That is like no joke rocks. I don't have my gun out here. Do not want to film my demise either. Let's cook it. We gotta cook it. Jesus Christ, dude. What the was that?
Faint rustling escalated into the sound of heavy rocks striking trees nearby. These weren't small pebbles, but large, deliberate throws with obvious force. The accuracy and impact convinced him that something powerful was hiding close. Panic grew as he described the size of the rocks and how dangerously near they landed. Afraid for his safety, and without any means to defend himself, he chose to retreat. Racing through the smoke-filled forest, adrenaline powered each step until he finally reached his car. Once the door closed behind him, he described the sensation as pure relief. Later, still shaken, he uploaded the footage online. The comments quickly filled with speculation. Some insisted it was a Sasquatch pointing to rock throwing as a behavior often linked to Bigfoot encounters. Others remained doubtful, questioning whether the events were authentic or staged. Given the remote setting, the absence of visible humans, and the unusual circumstances created by the nearby wildfire, it is possible that a wild animal, confused or threatened, acted in unpredictable ways. Still, the accuracy and weight of the rocks suggested something unusually strong and intentional. For cryptid believers, the incident reflected many common elements tied to Bigfoot stories, rock-throwing forest territory, and encounters during solitude. So what really happened out there? Was it an encounter with one of the Pacific Northwest's most infamous legends, or simply fear and smoke leading to confusion? Share your opinion in the comments below. This next story comes from the YouTube channel Small Plots, where Kevin documents his unconventional camping experiences. From hidden hammocks tucked into obscure corners to more complete setups in unlikely areas, his videos strike a careful mix of entertainment, outdoor advice, and blunt honesty. He doesn't avoid showing the struggles of life outside. And this particular outing would become one of those nights that stayed with him. On November 2nd, 2023, Kevin headed out for another overnight trip. His chosen location this time was anything but ordinary, the overgrown grounds of a long-abandoned hotel on the edge of a city neighborhood. To avoid raising suspicion, he left his vehicle in a busier and more secure area not far away. With his gear packed tightly, he walked toward the property, fueled by curiosity and a rush of adrenaline. But under that anticipation, he also carried a sense of unease. This part of town was not known for safety. As he passed by several rusting industrial tanks,
Okay, I'm getting close to where I want to jump in to the forest, kind of near those what are they, storage tanks of some kind of petroleum product. I haven't seen a soul back here, so I'm just gonna go. Get ready. Okay. All right, let's go. Oh yeah. There's definitely some slip marks here. They are probably from deer though. It's tough to tell. Isn't like a super used, ooh, like it's overly used trail, quote unquote. Okay, well.
And drew closer to the wooded border of the hotel land, he noticed faint impressions in the ground, possibly deer, though unclear. The hotel itself had been closed for years, and stories circulated of security patrols. Kevin hoped that by camping on the outskirts, instead of venturing into the building itself, he would remain unnoticed. Even so, he kept his presence as discreet as possible. Eventually, he discovered a somewhat sheltered clearing where he set up camp. With his tent raised, belongings organized, and a drink in hand, he embraced the stillness as the rain began falling. The soft rhythm of drops against the tent fabric only added to the peaceful mood. But the calm didn't last long.
Let's do a little tour of the tent, eh? As you can see, here's my sleeping pad. Not in its final configuration. As you can see, it's up on some rocks and stuff there, so I'll turn it diagonally. And then behind me is just endless darkness. As you can see, that's where my pack and stuff is. Rain's really starting to pick up. Just kind of hanging out, enjoying my space kitty. It's got to be a rain alarm for the airport right over there. I've heard that before when I've been camping in the vicinity while it was raining. And they're like, oh God! Something just ran by the tent. It was the lights in my eyes, I couldn't see anything.
Later that evening, Kevin was startled by the sudden sound of something rushing right past his tent, fast, heavy, and disturbingly close. Too close. Instinctively, he froze, unsure if it had been an animal or something else entirely. There was no loud crashing through the undergrowth, which he would have expected from a deer. Whatever passed by moved with quickness, but also with surprising control.
I don't see any eyes looking back. I don't think. Wait, I just thought I did. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Between the Eerie alarm happening over at the airport and whatever it was that just ran past me about 3-4 feet in front of me, I think it's safe to say I'm a little bit on edge. I'm just sitting here, letting my eyes get used to the darkness, scanning. I don't see anything. I don't see anything on the quote-unquote horizon.
Trying to steady himself, Kevin grabbed his flashlight and stepped out into the wet night. The rain continued steadily as he swept the light across the dark woods. Nothing. No motion, no reflecting eyes. Still, the uneasy feeling clung to him. This area of the city had a rough reputation, and the thought of someone coming that close to his tent was unsettling. Remaining tense, he listened carefully for more movement, but the forest around him was silent again. Despite the fear, he decided not to leave. The idea of walking back through unfamiliar urban streets in the middle of the night seemed equally unsafe, so he stayed hoping the rest of the night would remain uneventful. It didn't. Every single sound, each gust of wind, every twig snapping under the rain-soaked ground felt magnified. Sleep was nearly impossible. Only when daylight broke through the gray clouds did Kevin finally feel he could breathe more freely. But the question remained, what or who had come so close to his tent during those dark hours? Considering the setting an abandoned commercial site in a neighborhood known for transient movement, it seems plausible that what passed by his tent wasn't wildlife. It could have been a passerby, a squatter, or perhaps another urban camper trying to keep a low profile. The absence of crashing noises supports that possibility. Still, the chance of a large animal roaming the area cannot be dismissed entirely. So what do you believe came near Kevin's tent that night? Was it nothing more than an animal caught in the rain, or something different? A person slipping silently through the shadows, or something even more disturbing than either? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And with that, let's move on to the next story. This account focuses on Mark Wilkins, a well-known YouTuber and the creator of Northeast Georgia kayak fishing. For more than 6 years, his channel had been a peaceful space, online inviting viewers to join him as he paddled across rivers and lakes, finding comfort in the steady rhythm of kayak fishing. For Mark, it was never simply about landing fish, it was about reconnecting with nature and escaping the pressure of daily life. But on December 13th, 2024, what began as a calm outing on the water became something far more unsettling. That morning, a cold mist hovered over Lake Emery, especially around the narrow channel along the Little Tennessee River. The lake was quiet, veiled in fog, and the only sound came from water brushing gently against the kayaks. Mark had invited his longtime friend John to accompany him. With their gear packed and GoPros running, they set off expecting another relaxing day. The lake was familiar ground, making everything feel comfortable at first. For hours, they floated along the bends of the river, casting lines, swapping stories, and soaking in the stillness. Then the day shifted dramatically. While paddling through a quieter stretch, they spotted something floating near the bank.
A human being?
Copy that.
Say again?
Copy. I think we got a dead body here. Yep, we do. A dead body. Oh my god, a dead body. I found a dead body. Oh my god, a dead body. I gotta call the police. It's right there. God, a dead body. Call 911. I don't want to sit here and poke at it and shit. 911. I am fishing on Lake Emery and I have come across a dead body. I am putting at the boat ramp and I was going down towards the discharge, the water station discharge, and I'm kind of in between the discharge and the boat ramp, heading down towards the dam.
Okay, are you in the water?
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it. I mean, it could, I mean, it looks like a dead body. I mean, there's a hand sticking up. There's a rotted face. I don't know if it's some kind of stupid Halloween spooky thing, but I'm not touching it. So,
What was your name, sir?
my name is Mark Wilkins. It looks like it's been here for
5051 or 5005 your phone number?
yes, sir. John, go up there and look at that and tell me what you think. Yeah.
Are you just in the water waiting or?
No, I'm in my boat. Oh my God, dear Lord, please rest that person's soul. I mean, I saw that hand sticking up and I was just like, is that some kind of Halloween, like, spooky yard thing that ended up in here? Right. Because it is small. But I looked at the face, dude. It's definitely a person. Hey, and there's shoes at the boat ramp, dude. There's just a pair of, like, little Crocs, not like a girl-sized Crocs just sitting there at the boat ramp. Weird.
What's the report of a girl missing?
Yeah, it was like a young, it's hard to tell by that face. It was like a young girl, but there's no way that would decay in that fast. I mean, I don't know how long they said she was missing in that little thing, but.
This looks like it's been there a minute.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you. I'll call you if I need anything.
Okay. All right. Hey, don't forget to check that boat ramp, dude. Those little pairs of shoes. That's.
We got somebody.
Oh, that's creepy as hell, dude.
At first glance, it didn't look like ordinary debris. Soon, they realized it was a body. The calm mood vanished instantly. Startled, Mark dialed emergency services. He explained what he saw, describing a hand visible above the surface and a face in severe decomposition. At first, he wondered if it could be some kind of Halloween decoration or prank, but a closer look proved otherwise. It was real. As they waited for authorities, both men stayed nearby. They also recalled spotting a small pair of shoes earlier in the day, what looked like women's Crocs abandoned close to the boat ramp. That detail now felt disturbingly significant. Law enforcement arrived, quickly securing the area. The body was confirmed to belong to a young girl. Her name, the cause of death, and how she had ended up in that part of the river were all unknown at the time. Investigators believed the shoes might have been hers, but it wasn't clear how long they had been sitting there. Later, Mark uploaded the footage from that day. What was meant to be another ordinary kayak trip had turned into something far heavier, Comments poured in, viewers expressed sorrow for the girl and praised Mark and John for keeping calm and taking the right steps. In the weeks that followed, Mark struggled to return to the water. The lake, once his sanctuary, now carried haunting associations. Though he continued creating content, longtime subscribers noticed a change. His tone sounded heavier, and his expressions carried a sense of unease. With few facts released, viewers speculated. Some suggested the girl had slipped and drowned, or perhaps had been missing for days before drifting downstream. Others believed the shoes were intentionally left either as a cry for help or placed there deliberately. Without an official explanation, theories range from tragic accident to possible foul play. Was this simply a heartbreaking accident in an otherwise quiet setting, or did the remote location and eerie detail of abandoned shoes suggest something darker? We may never know the full truth about what happened that day on Lake Emery. And with that, let's move on to the next video. That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.